check your eye. Yeah. Conversation and sample flipping. That's the movement. Hit the like, subscribe, check it. Yeah, for the next minutes of live TV, you stop with me. Got no limits, I'm that vivid, I'm just kidding. Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? We're back again. And in this episode, we're going back into the archives. We're going back into the past just to see what were people thinking back in the days and what were people's convictions. Who was thinking what? The first person we're going to look at is Advocate Gerrie Nel. That's the guy who dropped Oscar Pistorius, right? The guy who convicted Oscar. He was a state prosecutor then, and he convicted Oscar Pistorius. Fiso Mewa approached him in AfriForum so that they can, put a stick up some people's whatever, so that they can make it quicker, so that the case could come. The NPA, obviously, NPA did come to party. The case is now being heard. Now, one thing that jogged my mind was when I went to one of his interviews back in the days, right? It was on a program called The Fix. Now, that lady wanted to know, is it that those people who are arrested, are they the right people? Are they the right people who were suspected? And is he still saying the same thing? Because it's like it was the third or fourth time he's coming to that platform, or to the media anyway, claiming those were the right people. Now, what piqued my mind, like what made me underline his behavior was when he was asked specifically what made him believe these were the right people, right? He himself confessed right on that show. You'll see the clip, I'll load the clip for you. He said, no, we had a meeting, we had a briefing with the investigating officers, and they called us and told us these are the right people. And according to the briefing, I didn't see the docket. He's confessing now. I didn't see the docket, but I'm convinced after just the briefing, these are the right people. Now, this was a former state prosecutor, right? Are you telling me that all he needs is a briefing to be convinced that, okay, this guy is guilty? Is that all he needs? This shows you a certain point of view, right, that many people are not looking at. He's already convinced just based on the briefing with the investigating officer. Now, another thing that he said that's interesting is, even that lady questioned him on that. She questioned him on that and asked him, you said there were wrong investigators appointed in this case. Now, who are the wrong investigators? He didn't want to mention names. And then he said, no. After these investigators, the current investigators, the case went good. The case was, it was moving the right way. Now tell me, according to all the evidence that we've had, all that has occurred throughout this case, you still believe, does he still believe the same thing? I'm just wondering, like, does he still say, like, I mean, we are not convinced as the public, and we are not law experts or criminal investigators or whatever. We don't hold those professions, but just common sense tells you no. Things are not adding up.
Bafana, Captain. Mr. Nel, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me here on The Fix. Now, just take us quickly through why this case dragged on for 6 years before there was actually movement. When you spoke previously on this channel, you said that a new investigative team took over, and the case is also now being managed from the NPA, from Pretoria side. Take us through why there was such a big delay. What is it that you guys know about this?
It's unfortunate, afternoon, Karima. It's unfortunate that there's been a delay, such a long delay. You know, I've had a discussion with international journalists who said if their soccer team captain was killed, the whole of the police force would have been involved in that particular investigation. But there's lots of things, and I'm sure we'll have to sit down and evaluate the approach from both sides, the approach from the NPA, approach from the South African Police Service. But Karima, I also said that I think it's now time to really focus and to ensure that we have all the accused before court when the matter is set down for trial. So that should perhaps be the focus. I do think that the NPA, as well as the SAPS, had the wrong teams working on the matter.
When you say the wrong teams, what exactly do you mean? So let's start with the NPA. Who was leading the NPA team? Where were they based? And who was leading the SAPS team? And what was wrong with them?
Okay, Karima, you have to excuse me. I'm not going to mention names, but what I can tell you is the following. The team that dealt from the NPA side was at the Director of Public Prosecution's office in Johannesburg. I mean, it was widely publicized. There was a meeting, and that meeting didn't go so well, a meeting between the family and members of that office. We then got involved. Advocate Shamila Batoy then realized that the matter should be transferred to Pretoria, where Advocate George Polloy, the prosecutor in the matter, and his team took over, and I think that was better. As far as the police team is concerned, you know, Karima, I don't subscribe to the idea that a rank decides what kind of quality an investigator has. I just believe that investigators have certain qualities, and the team that took over in, well, say, January, I think that the correct qualities. And then lots of things happened, Karima, and I'm sure that during the trial, lots will be revealed. And we have to really go through this at the end of the trial and to make sure that the lessons learned, that we subscribe to those lessons and that we follow them.
Motivation for a hit to be taken.
Now, we go back again, we look at Ntanzi's bail hearing, right? And in that bail hearing, it's his statement plus him and Mr. Ramosepe, right, representing him, and then it's a statement, the opposing statement of the investigating officer, right? Now pick this. Ntanzi's statement contains information like he's receiving 10,000, he was arrested at the mine, 10,000 per month, his salary, arrested at his work of employment, at his place of employment, sorry. And then he gave them their address, they went to his home with him. Now, in the opposing statement of the investigating officer, we cannot find him. It's going to be a problem for us to find this guy, so he must not be let out, he must not get bail, right? And then another argument of his is this guy doesn't have any movable assets, or anything that's like, he doesn't have anything of value, right? Either monetary or like goods in physical form. That's what he's claiming. Like, now he's saying that because Ntanzi was saying his bank accounts were frozen by the states, right? By the state during his arrest. Now, another interesting fact that came out from Ntanzi's statement is that he received 10,000 per month, right? But the brigadier claims this guy has no monetary value, like he's got nothing. He's got his overall net worth is zero, like it's close to zero. Now, Another thing about this 10,000 is, you remember statements that were read by CBA, right? Have you ever heard in one day, like during the end of the month, like when miners get paid, him reading out 10,000 deposit from platinum mines, whatever? Like, did you ever hear him reading that? So is that statement a statement that reflected his salary, or is just another statement? Because if he was reading a statement that reflected his salary, I mean, after a salary goes in, a few things go throughout your, like, debit orders and whatever. You see loans, you pay loans, whatever. They go through the installments. They go through your account and you withdraw. But the money that he was reading there was just, anyway. Again, based on that 10,000, why would the investigating officer say no? This guy has no military value. And again, why would the investigating officer say no? We will not be able to find this guy while they arrested him at this place of work, where they even went there to find his medicals and whatever. He found out later. Now, it just tells you, when you look at these things, it tells you that they were already convinced that these guys, they are going to jail, no matter what. Whether we have weak evidence or what, these guys are going to jail.
He was arrested on 16 January 2020 at his place of employment at Impala Mines in Rustenburg and was earning 10,000 per month. He is the sole breadwinner and was supporting 10 family members consisting of his siblings, parents, and his 2 children. He hopes that should he be granted bail, his employer will re-employ him. After his arrest, the police took him to his parents' home in KwaZulu-Natal. He confirmed that he went to school up to standard 8, grade 10. He further states that after his arrest, the police and the state have frozen his bank account. The applicant averred that the state's case against him is weak because he was not arrested at the scene of the crime, which was allegedly committed about 6 years before his arrest. Furthermore, an identification parade was not held. There is no identity kit and no firearms or ammunition, which was found to be in his possession when he was arrested. He has no previous convictions, no pending cases, and no warrants of arrest against him. He has no traveling documents and no relatives outside the borders of the Republic of South Africa. He states that he has strong ties in the Republic of South Africa and he is not a flight risk.
Now, the third clip is when accused number 5 is telling the magistrate in that court, those early days, right, that this guy who's here, he came to Kalakabucha, that prison where he was, in KZN, and then he told us he wanted to arrest Buthelezi, but now things have changed. He's arresting us. He's telling us now we are the ones who have to answer for this. I'm not talking about somebody who's not here. I'm talking about this guy. Now, what piqued my interest is when the lady said, the interpreter, she said, the gentleman with glasses. Now, when I looked closer into the video during that day, Griselda Lewis was the reporter going around getting interviews from Sfiso Meiwa and whoever was there, Gerrie Nel. Now, the gentleman with glasses came to my mind later when Griselda Lewis tried to interview Sfiso Meiwa. As soon as she called Sfiso Meiwa, the gentleman with the glasses was next to Sfiso Meiwa. Even during his interview, the menacing way, you just look at the clip and you'll see the menacing way he's looking at this Sfiso Meiwa and his disappointment when Sfiso Meiwa says, I'm shocked that these people made a confession, but still they are not getting into the box. He was shocked himself because I don't think he expected that from Sfiso Meiwa. And you could see that he was menacing. Just look at the video, you will tell me what you think. And I think this is Brigadier Gininda. And then I went further to look at him to see if those similarity, if the looks are similar. I think it is. Now, I also have a photo of him when he was a station commander somewhere in Pretoria. You see there, I also put a small article when they were talking about his work there as a station commander in that police station. Just tell me what you think about the strategy of this investigating office. Do you think they had a tight case or they had just been smashing around the bushes? Because just underline one thing. This probably that type of investigation has been going on for so while, for some while now. It's our luck that this case came to the public eye. These things were revealed to us, how some of these cases are handled. No evidence yet, you get convicted. And then just look at the clips and make up your mind. Just look at how he's following Sfiso Meiwa, doesn't want to let him go. Every time, I'll include 2 times when she was called by Griselda Lewis. Every time he's there. And he doesn't want to move away from Sfiso Meiwa. That got me interested. Why? Why was he doing that? Was he afraid that Sfiso Meiwa might just say something he was not expecting? But he did. Eventually, he did say something he was not expecting. Interesting, right? His picture was just right in our eyes the whole time. We didn't really look into it. Before I go, please like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Peace.
Okunye bengizocela ukuthi inkantolo iqonde lokho ngoba sichaza ngento eyenzeke kithi. Asikhulumi ngento esizulu ethi.
And the other thing, Your Worship, the point that we would like to drive forward to the court is that what we are explaining to the court, we are explaining something that happened to us.
ubaba lo nangu lo wenza ubugebengu baba ufike lapha enkantolo wafika le eqala kabusha la ngihlala khona wabiza uthelezi wathi uzothatha yena ngaleli cala wathi uyathinteka namhlanje ubiza thina nangu baba ngikhuluma umuntu okude.
The gentleman, Your Worship, who's wearing glasses, Your Worship, first came to Kalabusha, where I decided and he tested that he was there to arrest Ntanzi. Now the tables have turned, Your Worship, he is now appointing with us.
Right, how long will the state need in order to get the documentation ready and full service of the documents?
In the end of November.
Towards this direction. I'll just try and get his attention, but certainly him describing, Mr. Sfiso Meyiwa describing just a few moments ago, him saying that he is shocked by the turn of events here at this particular court, and I'll try at this particular stage to try and move Mr. Meyiwa towards this direction. In the ultimate end.
Yes. And how do you feel with the before this court, this particular case?
These people are heartless. They are being used by the evil spirit, you see.
Mr. Meyiwa, if you could come this way with us, colleagues, if you could just come towards this direction. We'll bring in once again Mr. Meyiwa. We're going to try and, Mr. Meyiwa, if you could just face towards this direction, you could bring in our colleagues as well. Sfiso Meyiwa joining us once again, the brother of Senzo Meyiwa. How are you feeling about what has happened in court today?
All right, so can we
just move towards this direction, colleagues? All right, if you could please come this way, sir. Just going to move with Mr. Sfiso Meyiwa and bring him towards this direction, just for a better shot for us. Mr. Meyiwa, Obusiti Baba, you are shocked about what has taken place at court in Namhlanje?
Yes, I'm shocked, but siyazi wonke umuntu meboshiwe ukukhuluma noma yini mase live boxing ngonile bebenqaba ukungena kodwa akusazoyenza investigation siyacabanga amaphoyisa nje bebalethe la babalethe ngoba benobufakazi.
Kodwa ke manje ke masebefika namhlanje bathi abafuna ukungena nalana abalazi lona icala labazisele lona la namhlanje court. Uzizwa kanjani ngalokho?
Ya umuntu meboshiwe vele.
All right.
All right, it doesn't seem like we'll really be able to get the reaction.
Well, Sfiso Meyiwa at this particular point being asked to leave. All right, the court is about to begin once again. We're going to leave what is taking place. And given that the suspects, Mr. Meyiwa, is there any chance we're able to speak to you just very briefly, sir? Is there any chance we're able to speak to you very briefly? Just very briefly. Yes, besicela ukukhuluma nawe baba kancane manje cela usondele nje kancane ngapha. All right. Cela usondele kancane ngapha baba. All right, the media being asked to move just a little bit. I'm going to bring in, excuse me, sir, I'm going to try and bring in Mr. Sfiso Meyiwa. Let me get his comments. Just apologies, Desiree, it is quite a mess in here. And I'm going to try and bring in Mr. Sfiso Meyiwa, get his comments on exactly how he feels about what has just taken place inside court. We're live at the moment. Mr. Meyiwa, if you could please just stand here for me, I'd really appreciate it. Baba, uzizwa kanjani ngalokho kwenzeke court namhlanje? Uzwele nawo ukuthi laba basola ukuthi banesandla ngokubulala kwaStatu Senzo Meyiwa bathi bona abazi lento bebezoyenza la ecourt.
Hey, I'm shocked. I'm shocked because amaphoyisa wona abalethile athi bakwenzile kuthiwa benze ne-confession but bayaphika bona sazoqhubeka kwenza uphenyo.
Kodwa uzizwa kanjani manje? Angithi angicabanga ukuthi sonke besilinde lokho bekwenzeke ecourt namhlanje abavumanga nokuthi bangene la kule ndawo kwakumele ukuthi bame khona.
Yes, bengilindele ukuthi nje bazoyingenela because kuthiwa benza i-confession but manje abafuni ngisho ukungena la. I'm still shocked.
I'll let you go for now, Baba Meyiwa. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho baba. Thank you so much indeed.
Conversation and simple flipping. That's the movement. Hit the like, subscribe, check it. Yeah, for the next minutes of live TV, you stop with me. Got no limits, I'm that vivid, I just kill it. I take records, cut them and make Mona Lisas. Art pieces, I'm that vicious, I'm that sick. Conversation and simple flipping, I'm live with it. A real magician talking ish and painting live pictures. Stop tripping and start clicking the like button. I take news, analyze and expose crime patterns. To share remix, comment, you gotta subscribe. Have my numbers through the roof, yeah, spark wild. Thank you for your PayPals and your super chat. Hit the bell, notify when we drop next. Conversation and simple flipping, live with it. Art pieces, I die silks, I die fish. Conversation and simple flipping, I'm live with it. Conversation, with them die fishes. Conversation and simple flipping, die fish. Yeah, I'm die conversation and simple flipping, we're live with it. Conversation and simple flipping, I'm live with it. Art pieces, I die sick with them die fishes. Conversation and simple flipping, we're live with it. I'm kinda different, yeah. We're live with it.